My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing beside remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away. Percy Bysshe Shelley, Ozymandias. Now you may be wondering, and honestly I'm not sure if I can fulfill it, what has that got to do with what I've been posting? Well, honestly, I don't think anyone's listening to anything that I'm posting. Not that I blame them, it's probably all very low quality. See, I started the whole site on the premise that I love poetry. I absolutely adore poetry. I love the way it rolls off the tongue. I love the hidden meanings and the depths and the complete psychological mazes that we can find ourselves in just a few lines of lovely poetry. Ironically, though, I have since been thinking that a part of my life has, until recently, been forgotten. I used to also be quite fond of science. And for some reason, I've allowed the last 20 years to cause this to be forgotten. Now, I don't want to go into my entire life story here, mainly because those two people who watch this already know most of it, and the rest of you probably have better things to do, like watch cat videos or curse why the Democrats can't come up with a better candidate, or curse why the Democratic Party exists at all, or whatever. Now, I have been seeking for a long time to discover my life purpose. It may not be a very deep subject after all, but I've always wondered, who am I? What am I doing here? You may notice I try not to show my face. It's not because I want to hide who I am. It's because, at some fundamental level, I don't like who I am. I don't want to be completely unfair, but a lot of the reason why I quit liking science is because, at one point, I became a Christian. And it became very difficult to embrace science while being a good Christian. It was also difficult to enjoy some of the more bawdy poetry, and it was more difficult to embrace my love of fantasy and other elements, on and on and on. And I tried to reconcile, how could you still live a life of joy with a life of Christianity? Well, I never really found the answer, but I did at least come close in the works of C.S. Lewis. And, of course, I felt that since Tolkien himself was a Christian, surely my love of fantasy was not altogether awry. Well, I have, in the last few years, been trying to go through Julia Cameron's The Artist's Way, in the hopes that it will help me to unlock some of my creative foibles, because I would love to be a novelist. I'd actually love to make films. It's one of the reasons why I'm playing around with this and showing my complete lack of talent by way of making films. Again, here I am trying to learn how to write a novel, and also trying to learn how to learn small business for dummies, hoping that I can turn the train wreck that is my life around. Possibly I can't, but I am continuing to dive into self-help books and self-help videos, and hoping that there is some kind of an answer. I have been living more or less just like a monk for a long time now, only without the deep conviction that some of the monks have. But I have at least come back to embracing my joy of science. I've spent most of today, other than fighting my illness, in watching YouTube videos. Let me show you. Scientific videos, and I had not realized how desperately I missed them. I guess what I'm trying to say, I hope it's in a slightly tongue-in-cheek way, I want it to be fun, but don't let them, whoever them is, take away your love for anything. Because if there is a God, I want to believe that that God is love, and you don't honor God by disembracing what you love. Have a good day.